As you remember from the previous episode, we finally managed to find a space in Bordighera where we could leave our Missy for a few weeks and get home. It was a tough few weeks of DIY and painting, but we are very pleased with the result. Hi guys! It's been 2 weeks now, or almost 3 weeks, that we have been in our hometown helping Charlotte with her new business. And it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it's reception. It's getting started, but we are still in our working clothes, but we will show you around before the people are here. So this is what we have been doing the last couple of weeks. Welcome! And ready for the reception?
Yay! How awesome is this?
And when you see your daughter is so happy, then it's all been worth it. And we are back in Bordighera. Yesterday we flew back from Belgium to France, and we took the train from France to Italy, and now we're here. We did some grocery shopping yesterday, and the boat looks fine, so we are ready to go. Today we are heading for Imperia. That's where we have been last time, where we went with the dinghy ashore, and we're gonna wait there until Thursday, because for Thursday I have an appointment to take a look at my generator, because I got bad contacts somewhere and I can't find it. So that's the plan. It's a beautiful morning this morning, 24 degrees. The wind is picking up a little bit, so hopefully we can have a nice sail to Imperia. Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Let's do this.
And off we go.
What a beautiful boat. Must be fantastic to see this one under full sail. But there's not enough wind. Even for the Missy, it's a little bit too little to sail properly, but we've got the time and it's a glorious day, so we hoisted the sails and move on nicely to Imperia. Good morning! So we stayed 2 days at this anchorage next to the Marina of Imperia, and this morning we are going in to have a look at our generator. I have an appointment with the technician of Mace. So as soon as I'm in my berth, I know the number and I have to call him to say where we are. So time to go. And our technician has arrived. Good morning. We are leaving the Marina of Maurizio and we are heading now for Portofino. Not directly to Portofino, but next to Portofino is a nice bay where we could anchor in Santa Margherita, and that's where we're heading for now. The technician yesterday didn't find the problem. He found the problem. There was a solenoid who's not giving good contact when the engine is getting hot, but I don't think that's the problem. still think there's a problem with the plugs who connects the generator with the display. But we have to go, so I have a new appointment in Livorno in a few days, and they're gonna bring the new solenoid, and there they are going to try to figure out what's the problem with the connection. So we'll see in the future what it's gonna be. What a fantastic sail we have now. Wind picked up till 10 knots, so that's just enough for our Miss C, with a wind angle of 80 degrees to move nicely. She's doing around 5 knots an hour now, so that's great. And we are under full sail because we have to try to be on time. We're not gonna make it before sunset, but I don't want to be there at midnight, so I'm pushing her as much as I can. Let's try to catch some fish today. Now we're having a trip of almost 12 hours ahead of us, so in 12 hours I hope we're finally gonna catch something for the first time with this thing. Wish me good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Dive. I hope I can keep this small surfboard underwater, because normally it's you have to use this tool between 3 and 5 knots, but we're going a little bit faster. Yeah, we'll see. But so far no luck with the fishing experience. I have caught a small fish early this morning, but a few meters before I get him on board, he just jumped off my hook. So I'm hoping for the next one. It's now 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and we still have 25 miles to go. The wind shifted completely. It's now coming from behind, and we had a few hours that we can only make 2.5, 3.5 knots each hour, so that's not fast. Now the wind picked up a little bit, and we're having back 10 knots of wind, and we're doing a small 4 knots speed over ground. There's one advantage on this course, and that is the boat is really stable, so we can prepare dinner on board. We can boil potatoes, fry some steak, no problem. I don't know what you think, but for me this steak looks delicious. Italian entrecote. Good morning at Santa Margherita Ligure. We arrived yesterday evening around midnight, and we woke up in this gorgeous place. Have a look. On this side of the bay there's a marina where you must pay 148 euros for one night. So that's not for us. I already had my morning swim, and I took a shower on deck. So I'm ready to explore Santa Margherita. got a dinghy at the pontoon. That's where we can dock.
We have some background music from the accordion.
And although Santa Margherita Ligure doesn't have much history to offer, it is still worth a visit.
Oh, it's a market.
Oh, it isn't true.
It has a lively center full of charming shops, and if you are ever in the area, I definitely recommend the walk to the Villa Durazzo and the adjacent park.
We are back on cruising mode.
Yeah.
Holiday feeling at the Italian Riviera.
And in the center of the city, on the Piazza Caprera, is the beautiful Baroque church Chiesa di Santa Margherita d'Antiochia.
This was a beautiful church.
Yeah. It's a third church. We visited in Italy and yeah. It was
Magnificent.
yeah, that's
Such details,
yeah.
well maintained, beautiful. This is where Italy stands for. Good food.
Cake with castañas and figs and with pistache.
Torta papavero. That's a kind of space cake. So one of the highlights of Santa Margherita Ligure is Villa Durazzo. So we're gonna have a look. It's only 700 meters to walk, so no problem. Villa Durazzo.
Within walking distance of the villa, there's a very special cemetery with several mausoleums and tombs of prominent families from the region.
I think some families are here already for centuries. What's the oldest one you have seen?
1820. It's
Two.
a family graveyard.
200 years. Never seen something like this. Found it a bit freaky. Finally, the exit. This was a big graveyard. Thousands of people.
And back to the Mississippi now.
Siesta time. So today we are exploring the town of Portofino. We just have taken the bus from Santa Margherita Ligure until here, and so we just arrived. This is one of the most exclusive towns or cities in the Italian Riviera, so let's have a look.
Portofino is, as already mentioned, a village that became a village for the jet set thanks to the wealthy industrial families who settled here in the 1960s. Even Ferrari named one of its models after this village. But actually, we didn't like it at all. There's a museum in the castle on the hill, there are some works of art to view, and you can have a ridiculous expensive coffee or a glass on one of the almost empty terraces and pretend to be one of the super rich. After an hour we had already seen it, and without spending a single euro we left back to Santa Margherita Ligure.
And we're back at the Misi. And before we came back to the boat, we bought some Italian specialties in some local shops. Just a small appetizer. We have olives, 2 kinds of salami, some Italian pecorini cheese, and some anchovies. So, cheers!
Cheers!
Cheers! Good morning. Sun's coming up in the Italian Riviera and we are already on our way to Livorno. A trip of 65 miles ahead of us, so it's necessary to start early, because this time I don't want to arrive when it's dark already. There's a free pontoon at Livorno, and but it's in the middle of a kind of industrial zone with other marinas next to it. There's a free pontoon at Livorno, and but it's in the middle of a kind of industrial zone with other marinas next to it. So I want to arrive by daylight so I can see where we have to go. There's a little bit of wind, but it's just not enough to give us 5 knots speed, and that's what I need today.
And in the meantime, to kill some time, we try to catch something again.
It's just a small fish.
Ta-da! There it is!
It's mackerel, I think.
I think.
Eh? Mackerel, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, his hook is in his... That hurts. I'm sorry, my friend. That's one. We'll see what we're gonna do with it. Eh? If I catch a few ones, then we keep them. But if this is the only one,
Yeah.
we throw it back.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Nothing more was caught for the rest of the day, so the fish went back into the sea.
Good morning. We arrived yesterday evening here at the free dock of Livorno after dark, but all went well. It's always a bit scary when you arrive on a new location where you never have been before, and when you come from sea it all looks like a Christmas tree, because you got these lights from shore and you got the maritime lights, so you have to figure out which light is which one. But there was more than light enough to figure out where we should be. And now we are waiting for the technician to have a new look at the generator, so I just gave him a text and I'm waiting for answer when he's gonna arrive. So the technician came aboard, but he didn't have the solenoid of the start relay with him, but another solenoid of the diesel pump, and he replaced that. But I knew that wasn't the problem. The problem is in the connection on the sockets between the generator and the display. But I tell them 1,000 times and they just don't listen. Now I had the chef of Maze Generators on the line here in Italy, and I asked him, please send me new sockets and send me a technician who can replace them, because the problem is in there. So now he promised me he's gonna send it together with the solenoid, and tomorrow it should all be replaced. And then I hope the problem is solved. So the rest of the day we have a day off, so we decide to take the train and go to Pisa. Now it's already noon, but we'll see. We take the train. It's only a trip of 20 minutes to Pisa, so maybe it's time enough to explore Pisa. Welcome to Pisa.
As you will certainly know, Pisa is known for its historic buildings. But the main attraction is of course the Leaning Bell Tower. Did you also know that the tower underwent its last stabilization works in 1990, and that since then the tower has gradually become almost 50 centimeters straighter again? That's what I call a fine example of engineering work.
The first plan was to go upriver a few miles, and there was a marina where we could go to, but now we have some other arrangements made in Livorno, so we didn't have to use this marina. But I just want to tell you, so this is the river Arno, and there's a marina that you can book to visit Pisa. How many gadgets from Pisa do you want? You can say what you want, but they get really good ice cream in Italy. It's almost dark and we are back at Livorno. I don't know how many steps we did today, but quite a lot. And we're back on board, just to change from clothing, so we can go a little bit dressed up to the restaurant. And we just checked how many steps we did today, and it's about how many steps? 22,403 steps, and that's about almost 13 kilometers. So
nice workout.
Time for dinner. So we are now day number 4, and the generator is still not in order. The technician is here, and this is the solenoid he replaced on the diesel pump. So according to him, the problem should be solved. Now the generator is already running for half an hour, and it all looks good at the moment, but yeah, we just have to wait and see. Fingers crossed.
After half an hour, the generator stopped working again. So the next day the technician came by again, and this time the connection was finally checked, and guess what?
There was a fuse in a fuse socket, and underneath this fuse socket there are 2 wires to connect, and one of these 2 wires wasn't properly connected. So it's possible that this was the case, but yeah, I have run the generator now several times, and I had no errors anymore. So fingers crossed, the problem is finally solved.
Next time at the Missy. Now that our generator has finally been repaired and we have visited the beautiful city of Firenze, we can sail further south along the breathtaking west coast of Italy, where we will discover a few more villages and take wonderful walks through the beautiful nature of this region. Winter is approaching, and this puts us in a difficult weather pattern, and we have to adapt to get further south. Thanks for watching, and please let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!